Um, hi, I'm Priyanka Agarwal. I started my career as an architect and soon realized that nobody's going to pay architects. Either they have to be self-employed or they have to, be poor. So decided with 1 year of work, decided to start a company called Ambience Designs. Quickly realized that the market is shifting and there is a new digital design of sorts which has come into the place. So shifted that and into that, and in 5 years the company was merged with Visualize Technologies. Then went to London based on this merger that happened. Did my master's over there in design and worked for the Daily Mail group for a bit. Came back and started a company called Fractal Ink Design Studio. Started in a garage-like setup, as all startups do, and it became a 70-member team in 2016, which was then acquired by the Dentsu Aegis Network. In 5 years, we were there growing business, and it reached, the most awarded digital design agency in the country, several Campaign Asia Agency of the Year awards, Pool awards and stuff. So very proud of that legacy. In 22, I exited and started a company called Punt Partners. Punt Partners has 3 different verticals. It has advertising, performance media, and we are building a lot of products for quick commerce space. So we are building B2B layers of an answer engine which actually helps brands scale on quick commerce. And we are building a price comparison app called Tolmol for end consumers, which sits on top of the current quick commerce apps. So yeah, so that's the journey. So on the advertising and advertising side specifically, there is a lot that has changed, right? From how do we create user personas to how do we do research, how do we actually interact with the digital twins and get the first level of insights, to actually being able, because for brands, the budgets are shrinking. And for that to bring in the layer of that, diminished budgets to create, right from knowing what to say to who to say to, then writing this, creating the storyboard, making a complete AI generated movie. So we have a sub company called Find Fables, which does only AI generated movies for now, ads and campaigns and stuff. So that is taking a big leap right now for us. So a lot of prompt engineers actually sit and do that with, of course, a layer. So that has changed. And on the quick commerce side, it's completely AI driven. It is an answer engine. It is a agentic layer on top of the quick commerce place. It's not a black and white answer. It is actually a lot of grays in between. There are some AI generated movies which really touch your heart as well. But at the same time, I think what is changing is the way people are using AI. AI is supposed to be a tool which helps us perform better, and it is not supposed to make us dumb. The way quite a few of us who use it very regularly, diligently, we are losing the art of writing, we are losing the art of making proper sentences, like that basic level cannot go. So till we use it as something which is enhancing us in terms of our capabilities and not diminishing our capabilities, I think it's a good use. My only 2 cents to the entire thing is that if we have 1 semester of extremely cool, cutting-edge AI driven curriculum, the next module should be completely paper. It should be completely doing everything by hands, so that there is a balance that is created. The other thing which I really feel is that the whole concept of using it and not verifying is problematic. And I think the whole hallucination bit, and you must have read the report of Deloitte, what happened with Deloitte. They submitted a paper to a client in Australia, and then it was, they did not verify checks. That is where my problem is, that you can use it, but you have to cross question, you have to verify sources, you have to see whether it exists or not. So that hallucination bit needs to be really, really taught of how to catch that and be smart about what you're saying and verify everything which goes. It cannot be, so that's my only thing. I think you have to be smart about how you use it. A lot of CRM tools which are like Adobe Experience Manager, which have the layers of AI. There are Power BIs which are being used for audience sensing and everything. We're using a lot of copilots which do audience cohorts, and those audience cohorts and then do digital twinning to understand the audiences better. We are using a lot of Midjourney, we are using Suno.ai, we are using all the, I think the freepick.ai, all of those tools, like apart from SEMrush, and which gives us a lot of insights, AdCreative.ai is one tool. And plus we're creating our own AI tools also. So, so one advice I would give the students is that learning is a privilege, and you should take most, I mean, if you've come to Jaipuria, you're here for a reason. Don't shortchange yourself by taking shortcuts. Go the extra mile, do things by hand. That is when you get the sense of how to use AI better. So in my opinion, as much as hands-on you can do will be better for you in the long run. You'll be more valued in organizations. You'll have a faster growth path because you'll understand a lot of ground reality things which others who are just using AI might not.